Hi guys, and welcome to the 2023 forecast. Um, I've been a bit late out with it because there's been so many energies floating around, and I just felt I needed the time and the space to sit down and truly give you this channeling of how I perceive what is to come. 2022, as I told you, were a year where there will still be more death, and we would have to say goodbye to more people than we thought we would. It was also a year where we were looking into reflections of relationships and a dive deep into ourselves, because there was a calling for standing up as an individual, to be able to stand up as a collective. 2023 is continuing this part of understanding what relationship is, understanding the true values of the relationship there is in our lives, what they're representing, and what we truly desire. We have the tendency to line up to what we think we want until the moment that we actually have it, and we realize that what we truly want and desire might be something else. This goes for friendships, it goes for work relationships, and it goes for love relationships as well. We have to come to the understanding that every single thing in life that we connect to, we have a relationship with, and within that interaction, it is giving us something, and we are giving that something back. So 2023 is a year where we are learning to have a deeper view into what our hearts truly desire, and into to come closer to understanding what we truly need in order of being aligned with who we are in this life. I did write about this in the short forecast thingy because relationships on earth is so important, and the understanding on relationships needs to have more consciousness and more focus. Relationships is what can help friction interact so you can recreate something new. Relationship is what you can grow within, but it's also what can tear you down. And even if you are in a situation in relationships, regardless if it's love or friendships or work colleagues, if it's something that tear you down and you do not move away from it, there is a lesson to learn. So the question is, why do I stay in something that brings me discomfort? What is it that gives me something that I want in this constellation? So it is also a time where we are looking into learning to look into the aspects of ourselves that we doesn't necessarily want to look into. If we have dysfunctional relationships, often there's something within the dysfunctionality that brings us something that we are searching for. So the start of this year all the way until March, and then there's a break, and then we do it again in September. So along this year, there is a calling for understanding the relationships we have in life and how to interact with each other, and understanding what we are getting from the relationships that we are complaining about, and how to move towards something which is more alignment with our true self and our true soul purpose. The other thing I wrote about is we played these COVID games. I told that it would be over in 2024. There's still a lot for humanity to learn. Luckily, as it looks like, the massive amount of losses will be lowered during this year, but there will be more focus on the material world. So there will be a big change within our financial system. There'll be a big change within the way we view materials and how we can use it to get us to where we want to go in life. So for humanity to learn, we need to learn to stick together as one, right? What COVID did was it learns us to look inside what we individually want, but there is a difference from what you want from your soul and what you want from your heart. We can learn to use law of attraction to bring us whatever we desire in life. But if we do it in a form where we disconnect to everything else, and everybody does that, we're not bringing the peace to earth that we are so longing for. So it's also this thing about law of attraction, finding out what your heart searches for, but at the same time knowing that every single person, every single plant, every single drop of water is a part of a whole. And only when we come to that understanding, we can change the possible outcomes in this world reality that we are trying to find balance within. It is a world of duality, has always been. It was created this way, and therefore there will always be good and bad, which means there will always be choice. And within the search of choice, you are the one who are the choice maker. The moment you become conscious of yourself, your power, your energy, you are the one who is the creator. You are the one who decide if you want to use that power for good, or you want to do that for a purpose of disconnecting for what is. The beautiful thing about this time period is that more and more people are becoming conscious. More and more people are becoming aware, which means that as bigger the consciousness grow on our planet, as easier it is to tune into and tap into recreating the world into a direction we truly want and desire. The need and the calling for true masculinity is higher than ever. But within the rising of the true masculinity, there is also the toxic masculinity, and we have to find the balance between the two, and we have to understand what true masculinity truly holds. For many years, we have focused on the female and the soft values. These are just as important in year 2023. Because everything on earth is balanced. We need the true masculinity, because in the true masculinity we can rise as a community to see through the matrix of which have been holding us in and recreating our new world reality we wish to be a part of. But in true masculinity is also honor and respect and love for one and another. In the female side, we do need all the love and the harmony, the softness, the water and the flow, because in the time to come, a lot of love is needed, a lot of softness and understanding and forgiveness. So only when we allow ourselves to truly tap into that, it will become easier to follow the flow of what is. I always lose myself in all the information. I'm trying to keep it simple. So 2023, look on relationships, less death. COVID games are changing into material things. So this thing about learning the balance between our mental mindset and our heart is very present in 2023. As an individual, what is really important is to focus on the relationships you have had in life until now. Understanding the true values of those and what they give you. And ask yourself, what of this, in this form, do you still need in your life? What do your soul truly desire? Where do you truly belong? When we tap into a global, on the global scale, a lot of change is to come. It is inevitable because somehow we make the calling for this. And within that, there is a big amount of growth. The important part is that we take that growth in, and instead of falling down and supporting the resistance and the anger and the resentment, it's important to learn and listen to the value and the lesson there is within this. We are here as one union. We are here as one people. And we are here to recreate a world reality that we wish our children to be born into. 2023 is also a year for me, with a lot of travel and a lot of change. And for many people, it will feel like a year of journey. It can be an inner journey, it can be an outer journey. It is a journey that brings big change, because 2024 is going to be the year where things settling into recreating into this new world reality after the so 2023, I said this so many times now, is the year where a lot of changes are still to come. It's going to be exciting on so many levels, so hang in there, don't lose faith, and remember to look into the beauty of everything that is and can be created. 2023 is a place for change, where 2022 felt very heavy, like this cloud that kind of holded us down, holding us back. It was a space for humanity to awakening. Changes are still needed. So 2023 is gonna be full of challenging times and changes, but personally I feel really excited about this part. What I would like to remind you guys about is that within every situation ever created, you always choose how you view it. You always choose which emotion you let rule your world. So for example, if you walk into 2023 and you are ending a relationship, this doesn't have to mean you lose something. You lose a part of what were in order of stepping into what can be created, something that might be more aligned with who you are and your true soul purpose and your true desire. Exciting, right? If you lose somebody you love, that you hold dearly, it is of course a feeling of sorrow. I lost my best friend last year, but it's also a space where you let go of a certain energy form that transcends into another energy form, and that leaves more space for something new to be created. So we have to acknowledge all the feelings that we have and give it space, but we also do choose how we choose to view the situations that we're stepping into. So it is my advice that is what you're gonna do in 2023, because some of the changes might bring some of you guys discomfort, especially on a material phase for some people, change of being, change of relationship statuses, change of friendships, locations, etc. So within that, you have to let go of something old in order of reconnecting with something new. So use the time to feel into what you truly desire. Use the time to watch and view what is within the aspects of you that you're already facing. And have a beautiful year. Namaste.